One More Turn, Episode 409, Making Acquaintances.
Riley, I presume?
Yes, although I'm not even familiar with Dr. Livingstone.
Is that an, euphemism?
Actually, it was a literary reference which you clearly didn't get.
I'm hopeful you will learn to make your references clearer in the future. Normally, I don't agree to meet strange women at their places of business so less, but you provided just enough information over the phone to suggest you know more.
You normally agree to meet strange men, then? Okay, these awkward silences are getting as familiar as they are dissimilar somehow.
And if we can agree to be direct and expedient with each other,
Caleb, why is your voice inside my head?
the sooner we can get on with our respective days.
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear you were Carson, you-know-who's fraternal twin.
Whether you do know better remains to be seen, and for me to assess. Either way, I insist that you refrain from resorting to profanity. There is no call for it.
Caden.
My apologies. I neither formally introduced myself, nor did I ask for your refrain. I simply demanded it. In my defense, conversing with you is as taxing as it is with Avery.
Alright, you're sorry, I'm sorry, let's...
What is it that you're apologizing for? Specifically, for clarity.
Are you interrupting me?
I did, and for that I apologize too.
Apology accepted, and now just a minute here. You're implying that I have more than one thing to apologize for?
I had decided not to say anything earlier, but your ability to make references has not...
Holy Toledo, let's start this conversation over. Have I offended your religious beliefs now?
My look was more about your reference to a city, or cities even, not in this country.
Where are my manners? May I offer you something to drink?
Thank you for your hospitality, and belated as it may be, but again, I must ask that we be direct and expedient with each other going forward.
That's the second time you mentioned direct and expedient since you came here.
Yes, and with all due respect, once ought to have been sufficient.
By all means, I would deliver you direct and expedient in spades.
Ah, as in cards or the games played with them. Your referencing is now improving.
No, even in this life, you two don't look anything alike. Genetics RNG, no?
Gamer humor? Really, Riley? Wait,
In fairness, that is the closest comment of hers resembling humor since I met her.
I take it then that you've only just met her?
I take it that you first met her some time ago? Though yes, like you said, wait,
I have brought you two here together for a reason.
Which is?
To reunite brothers who before today didn't know of each other's existence. Is that all you two have to say to each other? As in not saying anything at all?
she expects us to process this instantaneously while she's had who knows how long?
She expects a lot of things, but she gets used to not getting them. She'll get over it.
I'm still standing right in front of you.
Is that her disapproving voice?
Maybe that is the closest comment of hers you've heard resembling humor?
For frig's sake.
There's no reason to bring Norse mythology into this.
I'm still deciding whether I want to believe what you're telling us or not, Riley, but I presume you have evidence to back it up.
I do, and now you both have copies in your inboxes.
Sorry, sir, what did you say your name was again?
I didn't say. Neither have you. Riley left that out of her introductions.
You'd think she would have rehearsed and memorized such an important part of this.
Beg your pardon. Hudson, this is Caden. Caden, this is Hudson.
At the risk of being too personal, Caden, how...
Your brothers, for goodness sake, so
you say.
Okay, having you two speaking in stereos, something I hope does not become a habit.
How old are you?
22. You?
34. 35 next month. You grew up with your... our parents?
A biological, yes. Until today, I thought, had been told, I was an only child.
No one told me anything about any biological siblings one way or the other. Well, here's something else new for you. You also have a sister. Her parents adopted me.
I think I'd like to review what she emailed us before we go further. Though I feel I have you at a great or disadvantage, so I'll defer to you. Is there a question or two I can answer?
Yes, although I would first like to hear how Riley came to possess this information. Riley? Riley?
One More Turn. Written and created by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Edited by Dark Cloud and Michael Ubermarkler Bryant. Directed and produced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Characters in order of appearance. Caden, voiced by Ernie Darkest Onion. Riley, voiced by Stephanie Makalua. Hudson, voiced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Sounds courtesy of freesound.org. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Voiceovers by Canas Albinus. Visit the One More Turn website at onemoreturn.net. Copyright Civilized Communication at civcom.net.
On the next episode of One More Turn.
Hudson.
Gary, you were expecting to only find Avery and Bella here. You were only expecting to find Avery and Bella here? Why is that? Why are they here? Why are you here?
Tone is oddly familiar and disconcerting.